So I'm always running gardening experiments at my place, and I've planted a handful of pear trees. Pear trees don't really do well in my climate, but I had some advice on which ones had the best chance, and I figured I'd give it a go. And I want to show you two of them that I'll be honest, I had written off that they weren't going to work. And I'm going to show you the best looking one first. So here it is. And I don't know if you can see how gray this is and how dead this looks, but it's looking pretty bad. All this green on here is new growth just recently. Okay, at the end of the season, all there was this ashy gray stuff. I thought for sure that this tree was dead, and I just hadn't gotten around to pulling it out. And there are tons of living branches on it. And in fact, look at this. I don't know if you can see this, but the living, let me see if I can focus on that. The living branches are coming right off of what looks like a dead stalk. Okay, now I'm going to take you over here. There's an important lesson in this, but I want to show you this other one that looks even worse. So this one, this one I tested at the end of the season, and I actually ended up, let me bring this around, ended up breaking off the branch because I was sure it was dead, and it snapped right off. It was nice and dry. But look at this. You see, I don't know if you can you see this little red bud on there? This thing is going to sprout branches. Here's another one down here. And it's above the graft, if you know anything about that. So this tree might actually grow back. And if I had time, I'd go over and show you. I've planted a ridiculous number of hazelnuts here, and most of them have died. It turns out that a couple of them I didn't pull out. Typically, I'll pull them out and put something else in its place. But I left some just because I didn't have anything else to do with the space for now. And I was shocked to see that there was new growth up from the roots. So there's some important lessons in this, but to keep it brief, because your imagination can probably connect the dots. One of them is that we really shouldn't write off people. If they're still alive, there's still a chance that they might change. And just because they look as bad as you can look, we should still give them a chance. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to take all your time with them, right? It's all about the next increment of the invitation to the next increment of improvement. Now, if you've already done that, you don't have anything else to say, you just leave it, because you have time. You need to spend your time on things that have a higher probability of success, a higher expected value. But if you don't have anything else to put in the hole, just leave it there, right? Because you never know, you could come back and it could be a thriving tree. I've had experiences in my life that at the time were kind of shocking as to people that had changed their minds about things. And I had nothing to do with it as far as interactively, but they were, God works with people through all things at all times. Anything we give him, he'll use. And you never know what's going to happen. So if they're still kicking, they could still come around.